So tell me, what were the issues that were important to you in this election?
Um, the person who is going to be the mayor, that was the most important.
Okay. And can I ask who you voted for?
I I voted for Mayor Duggan.
Duggan. And
Yes.
why? What was
Because I think he's very good for Detroit. He has done quite a bit for the short term that he has had so far. And he looks at all the factors involved, even though people think that he doesn't. But I do believe he has the heart of he has the city at heart. And I feel that bringing in all these entrepreneurs to help to expand and make our city look great, I think all that is wonderful, and he has the expertise to do so. Years of experience behind him, from being a CEO of one of the large medical systems here. And so with all that in mind, I trust him with the city.
Let me ask you, Coleman Young Jr. had said that a white mayor can't effectively represent a predominantly black city. What was your reaction when you heard that?
I don't agree with that statement, because it's not whether you're white or black. It is what you bring to the table along with the experience that you've had. And I feel that he's young, he doesn't have as much experience, and the name is not important to get you where you want to go. What you have to do is learn and then develop some experience and work. But this man has the experience, and he's best for the city, and we have to look at that. The other mayor, for me, he doesn't have the expertise to run this city. Not yet, anyway.
All right. And tell me your name.
Zoe, Z-O-E.
And your last name?
Karen Seiji, Carrencijie.
And can I ask who you voted for?
No.
Okay.
No, that's a private thing. It's a private.
I
Yes.
appreciate that.
No.
Can I ask what issues were important to you in the mayoral race?
I wanted to ask the mayor, that's the mayor now, Mike Duggan, what is he going to do with the homeless people that's on Cass and 2nd and 3rd, since they fenced them out.
Okay.
And they're too busy raising up the Caesar Arena. What are they going to do with the homeless people and their shelter at COTS? They are just as important as the people that's paying taxes for them to be able to exist and be able to have homes and be able to be fed. Once a year ain't doing it. So I need to know what is he doing for them right now. That's what's important to me.
Okay. Any other issues?
I ride the bus, and they say the bus have improved. Yeah, the Gratiot bus has improved, but the Grand River. One night I come home from work and I'm catching the Grand River, and it was missing in action. What bus misses in that action? And I'm 5 minutes from downtown. Yeah, it never showed up. I had to wait until another bus, and that was another 45 minutes, almost to an hour.
Wow. So how long were you out there altogether? You were out there
for a good hour, I would say, because we had to wait on the other bus, that was missing in action, and take that place. And then the other bus that was supposed to take his place, he was going home. He was off that night.
And what about, Coleman Young Jr. has talked about a tale of two cities, of a downtown and then the neighborhoods. Do you see that as a valid
well, that's the issue. I'm like 5 minutes from here right now, and I'm 5 minutes from downtown, and it seems like they're putting all their focus in is downtown. You know what I'm saying?
Like you're being left out of the comeback?
I'm being used as a part of a downtown where they want to raise and privatize certain areas, and I don't feel like that's necessary. Right. It should be what it is. It should be low income. It should be those who can afford to pay to pay. They need to improve the Brewster projects. They did the Jeffries. They proved that and did what they're supposed to do with that. But they need to improve the Brewster project. That's part of the valid area. That's an historic area.
Are you optimistic about what direction the city is going? Is it going in the right direction, or do you feel it's leaving behind too many people?
It's certain people living in certain areas, and they're willing to prove that. And like I said, the homeless people's being left out. You know, that's not an important issue to nobody. It seems like it's everybody else is concerned about the middle class and the rich, and they're not important what the main concern is.
Right.
You know, homeless people is people too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that they talking about the prisoners can't vote, what's that got to do with them voting? What is that going to do for them?
Right.
How is that going to hurt? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So no, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with transportation. I'm not happy with the homeless not being seen to. No, I'm not happy.
And the Little Caesars Arena, does that bother you that it's...
Joe Louis should be in the Little Caesars Arena.
Uh-huh.
Where are they putting him at? They closed up Joe Louis Arena, so Joe Louis Arena is part of history. Why is he in Little Caesars? Why is he in there?
Yeah.
If they took him out and they closed the arena, they need to add him back on in there and make a part of the Little Caesars Arena. He's history. He's the historic of Detroit, Michigan, of Michigan, period. Yeah.
So what were the issues that were important to you in this election?
Well, the mayoral race, obviously.
And can I ask who you voted for?
I voted for Mayor Duggan, the incumbent.
Okay, and why?
I just felt comfortable with him. I voted for him the first time around.
Oh.
So.
And Coleman Young Jr., do you feel like he had anything to offer?
Actually, I've met him before at the YMCA, and he's a very nice kid, but, you know, so I wish him well. He needs to mature, I think, as a politician a little bit by getting a little better on the issues.
And what were the issues for you when you think about?
I think we have to balance the needs of the business community against the neighborhoods, and I think the mayor is probably the better person to bring some sort of working order. So.
What were the issues in this election? Were there any pressing issues for you, or was it?
There's a lot of pressing issues for me. First of all, I like the people of the city to get out and vote, because each and every vote counts, you know. And I don't see a lot of people out today.
Is that disappointing?
For me, yeah, it is, because, you know, we've come such a long way. You know, it's very important that we get out and vote. You know, teach our children, you know, take them to the polls with you, show them what you have to do. Yes, sir.
And were there certain issues important to you in this election, crime or development?
Of course, you know, everything is getting developed downtown and in the nice neighborhoods, you know, but what about the neighborhoods that are torn down? There's still a lot of blight. You know, and they're building trees and they're building little farm things, but you know, the people need housing. You know, and especially for the low income, like the elderly, you know, 55 and older. You know, you got veterans who are looking for places to stay. You have homeless people who can't get in. You have people coming out of jail who can't even vote.
And
you know,
so you feel not everyone's being...
I think it's unfair. I think, you know, everybody should be given a chance, you know.
And of the two candidates, who do you think was better to kind of serve?
You know what? I'm not going to go into all of that.
You don't want to say
who you voted for? I really like keeping my vote to myself.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, that's the way I was raised. And I keep it that way. You know? But, yeah, the person that I voted for, and I hope they win, you know. But do something. Do your job. You done worked everywhere else. Do your job in the city for the people. It's about the people. Because if you didn't have the people, you wouldn't have no vote no way. Okay. You know?
Let me ask you, Coleman Young Jr. has sometimes said during the campaign that a white mayor can't really adequately serve a predominantly black city. Was racing, do you think that's a fair criticism? Or?
I'll put it like this. I don't look at race.
Okay.
I like to look at the spirit in the person and see what they're doing for the people, you know. And Of course, I love Coleman, and of course, I care about my mayor today. But
Right.
I don't like getting into all of that because
Right.
to me that's just a bunch of stuff just gonna be balled up and blow all out. And it's not
And
necessary.
you think that sort of sidesteps the issues, the real issues, or in the city? I mean, do you feel like the real issues are that's not a real?
Detroit got a lot of work to do. Detroit has a lot of work to do, the prejudices and all of that,
Right.
I mean, I'm a person a little older, but I'm still going to school trying to better my life.
Right.
And I don't have, what it takes to do it all by myself. And
Right.
they won't reach out and help, so I have to go here, there, and everywhere to get help. So, it's like, why can't we just come together and do what we have to do?
Right.